Welcome to Entreview. Today we're addressing something that doesn't get talked about enough in the entrepreneurial world: burnout. It's not weakness. It's not failure. It's a signal that something needs to change. This is your roadmap from exhaustion to excellence. Understanding burnout, the silent business killer. The entrepreneurial journey glorifies the hustle, the late nights, the sacrifices. But there's a line between dedication and destruction, and too many founders cross it without realizing until it's too late. Burnout isn't just feeling tired. It's a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged stress. For entrepreneurs, it manifests as diminished performance, cynicism about your business, and a disconnect from the passion that started your journey. The symptoms creep up gradually. You stop enjoying the work you once loved. Decision-making becomes impossible. Your creativity vanishes. Your relationships suffer. Your health deteriorates. The business you built to create freedom becomes a prison. Phase 1: Recognition and acceptance. The first step in your recovery playbook requires brutal honesty. You need to acknowledge that you're burned out. This isn't admitting defeat, it's demonstrating the self-awareness that separates great entrepreneurs from those who flame out. Start by auditing your current state. When did you last feel excited about your business? How's your sleep, your relationships, your physical health? Are you making the same mistakes repeatedly? These questions reveal the depth of your burnout. Accept that recovery won't happen overnight. You didn't burn out in a day, and you won't recover in one either. This acceptance removes the pressure to immediately bounce back, which often deepens the exhaustion. Phase 2: Emergency protocols. Once you've acknowledged burnout, you need immediate intervention. Think of this as business triage. First, identify what absolutely must get done today and what can wait. Most entrepreneurs operate as if everything is urgent. It's not. Separate the critical from the noise. Delegate ruthlessly. If you don't have a team, this is the moment to build one, even if it starts with a virtual assistant handling administrative tasks. Second, establish non-negotiable boundaries. Set specific work hours and honor them. Turn off notifications after a certain time. Create physical separation between work and personal space if you work from home. Third, address the physical symptoms immediately. Schedule a health checkup. Start moving your body daily, even if it's just a 20-minute walk. Fix your sleep schedule. It's not optional. Entrepreneurs who brag about sleeping 4 hours a night are heading toward catastrophic failure. Phase 3: Rebuilding your foundation. With emergency protocols in place, you can begin systematic recovery. This phase focuses on rebuilding the sustainable practices that prevent future burnout. Start by examining your relationship with productivity. Many entrepreneurs equate busyness with effectiveness. They're not the same. True productivity means achieving meaningful outcomes, not filling every minute with activity. Implement time blocking for deep work. Research shows that fragmented attention destroys both productivity and well-being. Dedicate specific blocks to strategic thinking, creative work, and rest. Protect these blocks as fiercely as you'd protect a meeting with your biggest investor. Rebuild your morning routine. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Successful recovery includes mornings that prioritize your well-being before your business demands. This might mean meditation, exercise, journaling, or simply eating breakfast without checking email. Reconnect with your why. Burnout often happens when you lose sight of your original purpose. Why did you start this business? What problem were you passionate about solving? What impact did you want to make? Revisiting these questions reignites motivation and provides perspective during difficult moments. Phase 4: Systems over willpower. Willpower is a finite resource. Systems are renewable. The entrepreneurs who successfully move from burnout to breakthrough don't rely on motivation. They build systems that support sustainable success. Create decision-making frameworks for recurring situations. Every decision drains mental energy. When you establish frameworks, whether for hiring, pricing, or strategic direction, you preserve cognitive resources for the decisions that truly matter. Automate and systematize repetitive tasks. Technology exists to handle administrative burdens, social media scheduling, customer communication, and financial tracking. Invest in tools that free your attention for high-value activities. Build in regular review cycles. Schedule weekly reviews to assess what's working and what isn't. Monthly strategic planning sessions help you stay aligned with long-term goals. Quarterly deep dives allow for major course corrections before small problems become crises. Phase 5. Mental and emotional recovery. Physical recovery provides the foundation, but true breakthrough requires addressing the psychological aspects of burnout. Develop emotional awareness. Entrepreneurs often suppress emotions in the name of toughness. This backfires. Learn to recognize stress signals early. Acknowledge fear, frustration, and doubt without letting them control your decisions. Practice cognitive reframing. Burnout often involves distorted thinking, catastrophizing, all-or-nothing perspectives, or personalization of business setbacks. Challenge these thought patterns. A failed product launch isn't personal failure. A lost client isn't proof you're incompetent. Seek support strategically. Join entrepreneur peer groups where you can share challenges with people who understand the journey. Consider working with a coach or therapist who specializes in entrepreneurial stress. These aren't signs of weakness. They're investments in your most valuable business asset, yourself. Cultivate gratitude and perspective. When you're burned out, it's easy to focus solely on problems. Deliberately noting what's working, what you're grateful for, and the progress you've made counterbalances negativity and provides fuel for continued growth. Phase 6. Sustainable success. The final phase isn't about returning to your pre-burnout state. It's about creating a new normal that prevents future crashes while accelerating growth. Define your version of success beyond metrics. Revenue and growth matter, but they're not the only measures of success. What does a successful life look like? How does your business serve that vision? Entrepreneurs who answer these questions build businesses that energize rather than drain them. Implement strategic rest. High performers understand that rest isn't the absence of work. It's a strategic tool for sustained excellence. Schedule regular breaks, actual vacations where you disconnect completely, and periods of reduced intensity between major pushes. Diversify your identity. When your entire sense of self is tied to your business, setbacks feel existential. Cultivate interests, relationships, and pursuits outside your venture. This creates resilience and brings fresh perspectives to your work. Build margin into everything. Overscheduled calendars leave no room for the unexpected. Overcommitted finances create constant stress. Overextended teams work on the edge of breaking. Successful recovery means building buffer capacity in time, money, and resources. The breakthrough, from surviving to thriving. Recovery from burnout doesn't just return you to baseline. It creates opportunity for breakthrough. The self-awareness, systems, and boundaries you develop become competitive advantages. Entrepreneurs who successfully navigate burnout emerge with clearer priorities, stronger boundaries, and more effective systems. They lead with greater empathy. They make better strategic decisions because they're not operating from a place of exhaustion. The businesses they build reflect these changes. Healthier leaders create healthier companies. Sustainable practices at the founder level cascade throughout the organization, creating cultures where teams thrive rather than just survive. Your recovery becomes a roadmap for others. By addressing burnout openly, you give permission to other entrepreneurs to prioritize well-being without shame. You model that sustainable success is possible. You prove that breakthrough doesn't require burnout as a prerequisite. Your action plan. Starting today, commit to 3 immediate actions. First, identify one boundary you'll implement this week. Second, delegate or eliminate one task that drains you without adding real value. Third, schedule time for the recovery practices that resonate most, whether that's exercise, therapy, or simply uninterrupted rest. Remember that this journey is ongoing. Burnout recovery isn't a destination, it's a practice. You'll face challenges, experience setbacks, and need to recommit to these principles repeatedly. That's not failure, that's entrepreneurship. The path from burnout to breakthrough requires courage to change, wisdom to build differently, and patience to trust the process. You've already demonstrated the courage it takes to start a business. Now apply that same courage to rebuilding yourself and your venture on a foundation that lasts. Your business needs you at your best. Your family needs you present. You deserve more than survival mode. The breakthrough you're seeking starts with the decision to prioritize recovery today. This is Entrepreneurial, reminding you that sustainable success requires sustainable practices. Your most important business asset walks around in your body. Invest in it accordingly.